day of October 2025. A few minutes past the hour, it is 7 Somsin, and I am very glad to be here. My name is Valentine, or at Kalamiva, and let me just tell you something about coincidences, okay? So my director and I, that is the award-winning judges, the director judges. So we have not had a conversation. Yes, we've sat down, and then I see and then he sends me a message on the same. So yeah, nilikuwa nimefurahi. And the reason see what tumefurahi is because Harambee Starlets have officially qualified for WAFCON. Makofi kwa wasichana wetu. It's been a fantastic year for our athletes. It's just been amazing. Everyone was gonna blow it up huko mkikimbia Harambee Stars na mamita zao, and now look at the Starlets doing amazing. I am just so proud to be Kenyan, so very proud. Yeah, so yeah, congratulations. Yeah, my name Nakali example. I mean, congratulations. I know I'm supposed to be telling you all the best, but acha nikwambie congratulations, uji-motivate.
Yeah.
Sawa, congratulations to you too, my guy. And yes, we're about to complete the year, and if you have a goal or something you've not achieved yet, usijali nani, bado mwaka, we have like a couple of 60-something days left.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah, hashtag is why in the morning now. Lizzie waongeleshe.
Good morning, beautiful people.
Good morning.
You already know what time it is, right? So we are super amazed. Actually, like she's saying, Kenya tunaenda mbali. And their win is our win, and that is something to be glad about. So yes, congratulations to them. And let's keep going. Like she said, mwaka bado haija. You see, even 31st of December is still part of the year. So that means you can still accomplish your dream. You can still do that which you've always desired, that which you've dreamt of, that which you want to do by that time, yeah? And that reminds us of what we were speaking about, manifestation. If it is yet to manifest, if it is yet to be seen, yeah, bado kuna time. Don't feel like right now the year is ending, we have just 2 months to go and I've not done this or that. You still have time, more than enough time for you to accomplish that which you want, right? So keep going. You can do this. You have everything that you need. Like, you have all it takes to prosper. You have all it takes to get to your goal. You have all it takes because God has given it to you, yeah? You're blessed. You're enough. And that's just it. Like, you have everything you need within you. Nisianze kuhubiri saizi. Good morning. Stay tuned, and we have amazing in store for you. Yeah.
Alright, sasa mshapewa motivation ya asubuhi. Sacha mimi niende kwa entertainment news. Now before we come to Y Interactive, congratulations. Mesema congratulations ya kutosha na bado. So we have Vera Sidika says she only buys her iPhones from Apple Store in the States, not in Kenya, citing trust issues. Okay. Usually huwa naonea kishikwekwe nasema yu anatuambia unnecessary information, but ni mtu alireply story, yeah, and anaendanga Apple Store in LA. Yes. Maoni? Please, toa maoni.
Okay, so personally, if I am to speak from her perspective, Wakenya wanaweza kuosha. Hiyo nayo si uongo. So I really understand why she says what she's saying. Because once bitten, twice shy. Yeah? And you know, she is on a high risk of getting conned more than anyone else. So if this is her choice and she feels like she trusts that place better than Kenya, iko sawa.
Pesa ni pesa. Na sana ni yake.
Exactly. Aipeleke kwenye anataka kupeleka, so.
Okay, so this I think you will find interested. Vitu ni either zinakuhusu ama zinakuaffect or neither, but wacha tu nikwambie. So Toxic Lyrically emerges as the most watched Kenyan artist on YouTube in September and October 2025, followed by na target audience imefunga shule. Hey, hatutapumua November na December. Yo. Hey. Followed by Iani at number 2 and Prince in that anashuku huyo ni taya. Hiyo song bana. Hata mimi na.
Una.
Yes.
You sing lyric to lyric, word by word.
Hapo kwa lyric ni uongo juu si lugha yangu, but na
just vibe to the song.
Na enjoy, but ni kama sijui mapenzi ilikuwa namsumbua. My excitement is seeing new names like Toxic Lyrically. Naona hapa, I don't know why from number 1 to number sijui what, usually ni wa Tanzania, and this is Kenyans listening, but it's fine. Toxic Lyrically yako hapo, Prince Inda, nimeona Iyani, and nimeona Dr. Sarah K. So imenifurahisha sana to see the diversity in what Kenyans listen to.
Unajua Kenya ameokoka by the design. I came to realize during the nimesahau tena Rema Feast. During Rema Feast, people like walijitokeza and the places would get filled up to an extent mlikuwa mnatembea hivi.
Wow.
And that's when I realized, by the way, Kenyans are serious with God. In as much as what people do, okay, najua kuna watu walikuwa enda kujibamba ama waonekane nimeattend, you know, all that is there, but the fact that they decided to be part of that shows manze tuendelee. That is the way to go. Like, God is everything we would ever did in this life. So yeah, Kenyans really do love God.
I like that. I like the sound of that. Nataka kusomea kitu Lizzy. Na unisaidie tu kufikiria kabla tu tufikie hiyo nini, because I am shocked. I am perturbed. Okay, let me just read for you the story. It's in entirety, and all of you will just please, and by all of you I mean you at home and Lizzy here with me in studio. Yes, so this is the headline. So China tightens the screws. Influencers now need degrees to speak on finance, health and law. Sijui kama umenielewa, umenipata. So kama we ni influencer, and usually tunasema kama uko na smartphone, uko na videos, safi hata kidogo, uko tu sawa.
Chapa story yako.
Now China wamekaa kasema kama we ni influencer, you need a degree to speak on finance, health and law. Okay? So China has rolled out, this is the synopsis up there. China has rolled out a new law requiring influencers to prove their qualifications before posting about topics like finance, health or law. While officials call it fight against misinformation, critics see it as a blow to online freedom. Tukifika tu hapo, unataka kusema kitu ama niendelee?
Naweza sema kitu.
Sema kitu.
So, in regards to that, I feel like I am in support. Okay, at times, do you know, we get misled with a lot of information that we get. Okay, hawafai kufungiwa. I'm not supporting the fact that wanafungiwa 100%, but also I'm supporting the fact that you need to know what you're telling us. You need to have detailed information. Like, bro, kuna mse ameenda amefanya law, however years amesoma. Why are you coming? You're just trying to do your own things. Na yeye amesoma, he knows, he is informed. Like, he's already gone through the process he's supposed to go through. Yeah. Wewe uko tu hapo, umeamua tu, nime cram constitution so I can do this or something. And you come informing us or telling us things that are not in accordance to the law. Like me, I am, acha tu nimalize na kusema, I am in support of that, because if you're not a professional in something, then please keep your information to yourself.
Okay, acha nimalize mbio mbio. In a move that could reshape online content creation, China has introduced a new rule requiring influencers to have official qualifications before discussing sensitive subjects such as medicine, law, education, or finance online. The new influencer law, which came into effect na ini storia October 25th, 29th, 4 days ago, mandates that the creators must show proof of their expertise, such as a degree, professional license, or certification, if they wish to post about regulated topics. Yes. So according to the Cyberspace Administration of China, the regulation aims to curb misinformation and protect the public from false or misleading advice. Platforms like TikTok Yao and others that sijui will now be responsible for verifying creators' credentials and ensuring that posts include proper citations and disclaimers. So tunaandika thesis. Okay. Thank you for your thoughts, and niko na swali. So your time, the first time we were talking about the finance bill, yeah, I saw something that I still feel is very beautiful to this day, that people online took their time to go through the constitution. The constitution, I think, watu hawakuwa wanajua iko online and it's very readily available to you. But at the time, we grasped that knowledge, yes? And we read through the, I'm saying we, but really it's you, my person. You read through the constitution and some went so far as to even translate it. So naona venye Biblia inakuanga na translation hapo ya vernacular. So now influencers went ahead and translated in their own mother tongue, our ethnic languages. And that's how ilitupata tumeunite and we stood on one purpose and one accord.
Take time yetu kusoma tukajulia tu hapo.
So you need see the power of information. So what we are saying, if we are China, or if we're China, and it was at that particular point in time, tungekuwa tunashikwa because we're trying to raise a certain awareness. Do you really think that's fair?
It's not fair.
So that means if the Chinese government, and this is me just speculating, if the Chinese government decided to do something, there are only a handful of influencers who can talk about it and post it. Sasa haitapata hiyo momentum tunataka because it's only a handful of people who have
and you're
said
not qualified
degrees.
to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, me, according to how I have interpreted that, is, like you're saying, these people, when you're going to translate here the constitution, this person took his time or her time to study, understand, so that they can now speak it out, right? So what they're trying to say is, first get educated, get informed before you go just spouting whatever it is that you're talking about.
My argument is, I don't think I need a certificate for that. If I've taken it upon myself to use YouTube University to learn about a topic and I get it, you know, so hata ukinieka karibu na mtu ameenda shule and you hear her speak, you will not know the difference.
But
my point is,
yes, I understand. I get your point. But also, we need to regulate because at times, in the same way that wase walikuwa informed, others were being misinformed. Unasikia, this is kwa finance bill kuna hii, and honestly it's not there until someone gets to read and understand. So me, I support them when they're saying there's misinformation. Yes,
there is always going to be misinformation,
and then we are trying to find our way out.
There is always going to be misinformation, and especially now that we are settling square in the center of the digital space, it's not going anywhere. Misinformation is not going anywhere,
and that's why we need people who are well informed.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Just because mimi ni daktari nimesoma hizo miaka zote and I have specialized, I'm a pediatrician, you cannot take me to heart surgery jamani. But niko na degree. Sijui kama unanielewa.
Yeah, I get your point.
Nimeelewa mbona mnafinya, but you've hapana. No. So that means sahi nikijiamulia, I want to know about, give me a random topic, about agriculture. Niende nikasoma hizi vitu zote nini nipate ujumbe and then I present it. So you won't tell me hamtanisikiza juu sina paper. That's what you're basically trying to say.
We will listen to you. But maybe I'd say I'm supporting you in some way, but also I'm supporting them in some way because whatever it is they're saying is valid, and whatever it is that you're saying is valid. Because hata mimi saizi actually nitasema najikaanga tu na mafuta yangu because personally I hate people who are not hygienic. So nimekuwa na ndakasirika sana, like you're talking to someone and you're like the breath and all that. So what I've been doing is nimekuwa nafanya research, and now on my TikTok I'm talking about what do you do when you first wake up, brush your teeth, why should you do this, why should you, how do you deal with sweating and all that. So I kind of understand now. Juu sijasomea mambo na health and all that.
See?
Yeah, now that's why I'm saying nimejikanga na mafuta yangu, but also I need now to sit down and do a research. Siwezi anza tu kuambia watu fanyeni hivi na hivi and I've not done my own research. So the bottom line is, first get informed. First try out what you're telling people. Yeah, is it working? Is it true? So that you can now go saying it to them. I think that's acha tu nikusupport juu tutashinda tu tukipigana.
See, haikuwa niko convincing sana because I was going to say there's an alternative. Promise is the last I'm speaking of it, but time here 2020 when we had COVID, and we were trying to disseminate the right kind of information, because this was a global pandemic. This is something none of us had ever faced. So a lot of what we were discovering, it's in real time. So mtu kwa lab China akidiscover haya makosa ikifanyika ukichanganya hii na maji, I'm just saying something. That's how it's reaching us, you know, real time discovery. And what I saw on social media was very, ukipost kitu with any nuance, or you're saying something to relate to the pandemic, it will remove you. Like, itatoa tu. Itatoa. If it's very sensitive information and it's correct information, it will be tagged. Mali unaweza enda kwa website, confirm. If we can do that, jumi sielewi mbona unanitisha paper, na kama najua ke najua, najua nimesoma na
and apparently you realize, like, kwa life, like taking normal circumstances and normal dealings in life, there are people who have gone to school, they've gotten all the degrees, but there's someone who has just been diligent in what they're doing, and they are actually better off than this person with all these degrees and certificates. So the fact that you have the papers doesn't qualify you. Ni kama tu job. Wakati unaenda for a job interview, kuna mse mwenye akona hizo ma degrees zote, but there's someone who has maybe a certificate, but they are more qualified than that person. So I guess it also, like, ziko tu same in some sort of way.
Ni kama sasa nimeconvince Liz ya kutosha.
Nimeamua tu tuende side. Unajua huwezi pigana na Vara.
She's learned early. She's learned very early. I like it. No, I kid. Yeah, but unaweza tuambia maoni. Ungependa influencers, for example, hiyo makosa ingefanyika Kenya, influencers waambiwe, if you do not, it's very sensitive topics. That's health, guy, mambo nasha. That's health, law, finance,
education,
and education. Vitu kama hizo, only if you have the appropriate degree. Na si ati degree tu, unaweza kuwa na degree in BCom, alafu nataka kuongelelea vitu zingine.
Go back to school, study again.
Makosha. Yeah, all right. So let's get into why interactive. Nadhani tumeanza conversation, kumbe hata ndo tunataka kuanza.
The tip of the ice.
Okay. So I want to help you understand that today, the 29th of October, is World Stroke Day. Now, what is World Stroke Day? It's a day, again, 29th of October today, to emphasize the serious nature and the high rates of stroke. So the day is also observed to raise awareness of the prevention and the treatments of the said stroke. Now, naomba nikusomee the definition, or what is a stroke. And this is a medical Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic, does sound like a very serious name, but anyway. So an ISCHEMIC, I don't know how to pronounce that. Stroke occurs when the blood supply to part of the brain is blocked or reduced. This prevents the brain tissue from getting oxygen and nutrients. Na leo tutapiga class ya science. Brain cells begin to die in minutes. Another type of stroke is a hemorrhagic stroke. It occurs when a blood vessel in the brain leaks or bursts and causes bleeding in the brain. So the blood increases pressure on brain cells and damages them. What do we know about the symptoms of a stroke? Honestly, I just know one. No, two. Yeah, so there's moja ilikuwa juu ya movie, but I feel like it's still valid. It's not a source yangu si very serious, but I think it's very valid. So so hii movie, they were having dinner, alafu mmoja akaanza kuongea ni kama amelewa lakini hajalewa. So when you hear someone mixing the words, ni sign. And then the searing pain through your left arm, your tu ndio najua, to be quite honest, in my very many years of life. Wewe unajua nini kuhusu stroke before we educate the people?
What I know, maybe at times, sijui kama it's the same thing, but at times you find that you're not feeling as maybe a side of your body, like you're saying your left. Unapata maybe you can't feel the whole of your left arm, maybe even a part of your face. That is a common sign that maybe most people most people have, like numbness. You can't really feel. Yeah, that is the sign that is inakuanga most common kwa watu.
We should feel very alarmed, because I should feel very alarmed because of the little I know about. Anyway, I really appreciate people who come up with these days. It's Breast Cancer Month, it's World Stroke Day. I really appreciate that, because sensitization is very, very important. Okay, now I want to Google the symptoms. Unaweza taka Google na mimi ama nianze kwanza?
Hey, I have some here. They say sudden confusion or trouble understanding others, sudden severe headache with no known cause, sudden trouble seeing in one or both eyes, sudden dizziness, loss of balance, or trouble walking. That happens a lot. Okay, I don't know if it's stroke. Sudden weakness or numbness in the face, arm, or leg, especially on one side of the body. Yeah, those are some of the ones I have here.
Na I think tulikuwa na nini? Tulikuwa na Mwakenya same. We're in the spirit, all of us. Si mimi na Georges na the Starlets. Si mimi na Yeye. All right. So, tuko hapo kwa mtandao at Y254 on Facebook, Y254 channel on X. Hashtag of the day is Y in the morning. Well, the generic one is Y in the morning, but of the day is Empowerment Cafe. And we are currently on Y Interactive. And the question is, young and hustling hadi stroke inakupata ni life ama ni stress? So we've identified what a stroke is. We will get into the science of it, but una understand, see kitu poa. I think that's the simplest way I can say it. Yeah, but the question continues, ni life ama ni stress? Let's talk about that. So, do we equate life with stress? Ushaisikia tu mtu anasikia like this like that, hajui anasikia aje. Usually nakuanga shida ya pesa. Ukisema mtu anasikia sijui aje.
Nasikia tu hivyo.
Nasikia sijui aje. It's
Can't explain.
Money problem. So ukiulizwa hawa unaendelea aje, unasema huendelei. Is it life ama ni stress? Is it a season ama are you unable to cope with a situation?
At times, it's always a season, but we always make it look like now that's how life is, or there's not going to be a better tomorrow, you know. But in most cases, inakuanga tu a season we are going through. But now, unless you have the resilience to really be strong during that season, ikishapita uamke na uendelee, most of us, most people tend to be like, oof, this is it. There are no better days. I don't think it's ever gonna get better, and this is just it. So in most cases, it's not that is the life, or that is what life has offered you, or that is the end of life. Inakuanga tu stage tunapitia, but now unless we in most cases we don't know how to handle it. That is where the whole issue comes in, and inakujaka stress ama inakujaka stress, but now at some point we settle there and we are like, okay, this is it. There's no way out. Yeah.
What's the difference between looking at life through the lens of things do not happen to me, they happen for me? What's the difference when tuseme ni mimi, I'm out here, oh kunanyesha, as if I can stop the rain. Oh kunanyesha, nasikia baridi, nimeumwa na mbu, nimekanyaga matope, you know, just random things. And previously, a few months ago, kulikuwa na jua, nilikuwa nachomeka, nilikuwa nasema, Mungu baba, so kama unataka kunichemsha, useme tu kweli, just say the truth, what you want from me. Is it that we are constantly, I don't want to say complaining, but we're constantly looking at what's wrong rather than what's focus perspective, than what's right? I mean, it could be a bad day, but something nice happened. First, you woke up.
Yeah. Like, it's human nature to just always be pessimistic. You just look at every small bad thing that's happening to you. Same, like right now, you have a friend, your best friend. Think of them, and now they've been so nice to you all along. But siku moja atakukosea tu hivi kadogo, they'll do something to you, and you'd be like, you are a fake friend, you didn't even love me, like everything else that ameishi kukufanyia yenye ni fiti, you can't see it, like it's been overshadowed by this small mistake that they've done. That is who we are as human beings. So in most cases, we tend to see how things are not working out, you know, like how everything is bad. Saizi utasema, yani nimenyeshewa tu asubuhi, You can't see the small little thing like umetoka ukitafuta mat haujakaa hapo sana imekuja tu kama umeenda ujanyeshewa. That is a thing to be happy about. You've not been late juu hauja waste time here. But now we are here focusing on why are things not working out, why is this happening, this and this and this. It's okay, nitasema it's nature, but we should like focus our mindset in a different perspective. Always look at the positive thing. Always look at the good thing that has happened. Ni sawa sijapata breakfast but I am not sick. Kama saizi kuna mtu mwenye akona hizo chakula zote but they can't even eat them, you know. Like ama labda hata amekatazwa na daktari, don't take milk, don't take salt, don't take sugar, don't, you know. Wewe you're in good health. Like why can't we check or focus on things that are positive? Ni sawa, things are not, na sikatai vitu saa zingine they are not working out. You don't have money, you don't have nothing, but at times hauna pesa lakini haulipi rent. So hata ukikaa hapo bila pesa for a whole month hauna stress exactly, hauna stress utakuja kugongewa nyumba ama utafukuzwa. Sasa can't you think of what if there is someone somewhere who has no house ama anafa kulipa rent, akona arrears maybe za ka 6 months hivyo, you know. There are people who are in worse situations that we are. And something said something powerful. The devil loves that mindset of you being things are not working out, or why is this not happening, you're there complaining, you're there taking sasa hapo ndo anafurahianga sana. Yeah, so every time you'll be like you're not enough. Like atakuwa anakuletea hizo nini jona jo, oh, this is it. Sasa every time atakuwa anataka ufeel hata uwezani haya we kuisha, you know. Now when you're always speaking positivity, that's why we always told speak positive things upon yourself. I am sick but don't say you're sick. Hata Bible ilisema whoever is poor let them say they are rich. Yeah, because the more you speak about it, the more you name it, you claim it, like it comes to be. The problem is that we love saying we are not okay and staying there. Ni sawa, I am not okay. And atukatai we are not okay, but I am not okay. But with time, things are going to work out. That's just it. Ni sawa, na life is not always smooth. Kuna milima, nini. But the good thing is that we are going to overcome. God tells us that he can't give you problems that he knows you can't handle. So amekupea mashida na amekupea nguvu ya kuhandle. So you just handle them because you have whatever you need inside of you. That's just it.
For the sake of someone mwenye bado akona swali na wewe, akuja kuambie, first of all, let's not compare. Because tulisema tusicompare mtu ameenda Dubai, mimi nimeenda kwa kibanda nikajiambia congratulations na chapo dondo, tusicompare, si ndio? Yeah. So I want to believe also, I mean, I do agree with what you're saying, but nataka to balance, yes.
Yeah.
So what happens when, and I want to ask you if it's okay if you'd give like a personal example to the question. Okay. So for example, stress, life imekupiga stress, acha tuzieke pamoja, life imekufanya ile kitu, so umepigwa tu na butwa, you are just there, you do not know. And funny, there's nothing new under the sun, but wewe una learn on the job.
Yeah.
So there are very new things that are going to happen to you, whether you know someone who has gone through something similar or not.
It gets personal.
Maybe when ndo utakuwa funzo, when ndo utakuwa the example. I don't know what's going on. But how do you unpack that? Because one, I feel that's what's inatukwaza wengi wetu. When I hear cases of people contemplating ending their own lives, it's hopelessness, ni kitu imewapiga, it feels like there's no way out. But my question is, if we're to call that a trigger, how do I make sure the same trigger does not affect me the same way? How do I unpack? How do I expand my capacity to deal na vitu? Because the things that I was dealing with as a child, nasikia kama pia mimi naelekea kwa Biblia. The things I used to do as a child, my adversity, your time ni when we like grow, ndafikia sink saa ngapi jamani, I am so tiny, or where can I cook for me, when can I help you, when can I help you wash the dishes, ona sasa venye. Anyway, I don't remember that. They're not the same problems I'm facing now. So how do you face is there a formula? Do you have a template? Every problem comes with its own things? Or do you first take a breath? Do you pray first? Do you journal? How do you deal with something inakuja na fujo?
The first thing, first thing is speak it out. The worst mistake we always make is keeping things to ourselves. Yeah? Like, for example, unikwaze and I can't tell you, nisawa, I can't tell you, but I can tell someone else. So, if I don't go telling somebody else, for example, the first instinct would be, Val doesn't want me around, I am quitting that job, I am not doing this. And now, if I don't go tell this issue to somebody else, I might actually quit the job. Because that's what my brain is telling me, and I am angry. We all get angry, and you know that your time you never think straight. Like, that's just it. You're like, they how can they do that? They're going to regret. They will never find somebody like me. That is how we feel. That is what we say. And now, the best and the first thing you do, talk to somebody. Who are you talking to? For me, in my life, I have a shepherd. I trust her, so I tell her everything. So I would go to her. There's someone who doesn't have anybody, or maybe amekuwa naambia mabishte zake, and they let them down. You know, like you can tell someone, unasikia story yako, hivyo waki have breakfast, ukipita hivi unasikia tu jina yako ndo inatajwa.
Fly.
It's understandable. What you do, speak to a stranger. I always love saying, ingia kwa mat. Mzee mwenye umekaa naye hapo kando, sasa niko na story. Pour out all your troubles to that person. One, that person doesn't even know you. Chances are you'll never meet again. You'll never see each other again. But now you speaking out, there's like a problem shared is half solved. The moment umeongea, all your anger, you've cried, yeah? If you cry, like ushaitoa, and now you're like, now, let's now get to know what next, yeah? At times, you write. Personally, I love writing. If it's something I don't think like I can talk about, I just write it down. But sasa, I want you to avoid that self-space. Like, uniwewe too. Because what you're writing is what your brain is telling you. So still, you're still going to be so cautious, utajipenda, utajihurumia, because it's about you. At times, you need somebody else who can speak sense to you. Mtu mwenye atakwambia, Val, you're saying that. Do you know there is someone who has gone through A, B, C, D? Alafu kikachi, by the way, I'm not the first. Hata mtu akwambie, you're saying your boss has done that. Okay, sit down. Let me tell you what my boss did. And when you listen to them, you're like, wow, na nilikuwa nataka kuquit job, like, that is just an example. So once you get to talk to somebody else, they might tell you about issues about their life, or somebody they know, or an experience, and you will be like, na nilikuwa nafikiria eti zangu ndio mbaya. You know, the only thing we do, like Val said, you always think like you're the first person to go through that. No, you're not. And you're not going to be the last person. Speak out. Alafu pia unawezongelesha mtu, saa zingine unaongeleshanga mtu ana kazi yako, wachana na yeye, tafuta next person. Yeah? Enda kwa parks, watu wame relax huko hivyo. We just find a random person, talk to them. And the best thing, I always feel like, speak to an older person. Yeah? Mimi nikikuja niambie Gen Z vitu wao sijui job ni labda hata ajai kuwa employed, haelewi, hajui, you know. You just speak to a random person, like, and it helps. It does help.
Okay.
Speaking to, one thing, that person is not going to judge you. Na hata akikujudge, hakujui, hata ikuona, you know. And the moment you speak out, you get to realize that these issues are kind of solved. Mimi, I love saying speak, write down. If you can sing, cry it out if you can cry, but don't act strong. We are not always strong, and there is always a point that you get in life and it hits you hard. Like, we are human beings. That is who we are. That is what is in our lives. But please, don't get to a point of just making a random decision. You're going to take your life. Ni sawa, you're going to take your life, but we're going to cry and forget about you. That's just the truth. Mtu mwenye unafeel amekukosea, atalia na atakuja kwa matanga yako na atakula. Niliona a celebrity saying matanga yake ama mazishi yake haitapikwa, mnaenda kukula kwani ni harusi, ni sawa.
Wow.
But now we are going to come, we are going to eat and cry for a week and forget about you. But then what about your life? You've ended it. Like, na tushakusahau. If it was a relationship, umeenda umejiua, mimi nita heal na nitafute mtu mwingine anioe na nipate watoto na wajukuu and my life goes on. Think about that. I love saying the best revenge is you being the best version of yourself. You hurt me, you left me, you thought I was not enough. Okay. Now I sit down, work on myself. You see me, you'll see me on your screens and you'll be like, what? Yes. Because you thought I was not enough. I'm working on myself. Unaona hizo machungu zote ninazipeleka kwa kusoma, research, kukua mrembo, kufanya kila kitu yenye ndoni time unakuja kunitafuta, you're like, that's the best revenge you can do on somebody. Work on yourself, love yourself. And I love saying, nobody will love you more than you love yourself. That's just it. Jipende Val. Acha nikwambia, hata nikuja nakwambia nakupenda aje. Ka ujipendi to a certain extent, it doesn't work out. Yes.
I would like to point out two things, please. Mupenzi mutazamaji. First of all, hata sasa sijui nianzie wapi. Nianzie na Kenya ilini capture the first time when she was talking. So you've said tunaweza ongelesha watu just random and you know, which is actually it's called catharsis. Hivi venye unaongea tu mtu tu mnapatana Uhuru Park alafu mnaongea kidogo alafu you'll never see each other again. So unaweza fanya hivyo, lakini Lizzy, when we are saying you should tell a boy child that wanakaa smart, unakata. Why? Why? Those are double standards. Why?
Let me tell you.
Mbona uwezi ambia mtoto someone son unakaa vizuri ndani oya kaa umeendelea.
Yani surely my people, I have spoken for a whole 30 minutes
with depth, by the way. But my first concern, first and foremost,
lakini kitu Vala ameshika ni okay.
Okay, hiyo ndio si serious sana. So let me skip by it. So my serious question is based on what you were saying. Yeah, so topic, if you're just joining us or you have forgotten, we have been talking about things. And naturally, what tunauliza life na stress and stuff about stroke, because it's World Stroke Day, sorry, 29th day of October. Nilikuwa nataka kuuliza revenge ilitoka wapi, where exactly, but naona nitakuguza mahali that we are not ready for right now. So the question that I have finally gotten to, hapa unaona young and hustling had a stroke, inakupata ni life ama ni stress. So this sentence, which is, I feel the truth behind it is valid. Ugonjwa unaweza kuwa umemanifestiwa na stress. So can you be so stressed out unapata all of a sudden uko na homa haishi, unashangaa rada na it's outside is very jua. Yeah, hakuna vumbi mingi, you're sick. Sijui unaumwa na tumbo, I don't know, unaumwa na kichwa. Just small random things, high blood pressure. By the way, watu wangu, what do you think causes things like that? Stress. So what do we do? How do we reverse it? Because some things can be reversed, thank God, but some things cannot. So how do we fix it? Once we understand, stroke, it's World Stroke Day, 29th day of October, but the stress is what is causing, I will just generalize it and say sickness. So how can we arrest it at stress before it manifests? Nimesikia kusema manifest mara mbili tatu leo asubuhi. So how do we break that connection? How do we fix the stress before it becomes sickness?
You know, before stress proceed, it's because we've dwelt on it so much. Umekatuki, like you're still there. Like, I'm hungry, don't have a job, I don't have anyone who loves me, nobody cares. Now, that is what you're dwelling on every now and then. Like, you're not thinking of anything else. You know, that's how stress comes in. Hiyo kitu ndo inaendelea tu revolve around your life. It keeps revolving around your mind. The first thing you do is first identify what issue am I dealing with. Niko na stress, sawa. Ni nini hiyo inanisumbua? Ni food, ni job, finances, nini. First identify. You know, as a doctor wants to treat you, anakulizanga kwanza signs. Ndo identify what sickness is it that you're suffering from, so that sasa aweze kujua how do I treat this. So the first thing I'd say, you're supposed to first identify what issue is it.
Okay.
finances zangu ndo haziko fiti, sawa. Ni hiyo peke yake ama there are other things. Write them down, maybe. Like, just take your time, write down every issue that you're dealing with. That is the first step. The second step is, okay, haya, tuna deal na finances. What can I do in regards to this? How do I deal with this? One, you identify, am I maybe wasting money?
Okay.
Inaweza kuwa maybe you're not using your money venye inafaa or something. So you like identify sasa tusha identify problems. Sasa we are like, okay, this is the problem. Kwa hii problem, what am I not doing right? Okay. Or what am I doing that is now leading to this problem? Sasa you're there, you're like, okay, pesa yenye ninapewa hainitoshi. Ama pesa niko nayo most of the time naitumianga kwa pombe. You identify what
kwa chakula.
Kama Val. You identify what area it is that you're lacking in regards to the same. One, sasa once you identify what problem it is, you're like, okay, what can I solve? What can I not solve? Because there are things we can handle, like you've said, there are other things we can't handle. So you break it down to, okay, tumefika hapa, sawa. Sasa kwa finances, what can I do? Mimi, I don't make lunch in the house, I do deliveries. So can I cut on that? Yeah. Siwezi panda matatu, mimi ni mtu wa Bolt, Uber. Can I reduce that? Yeah. You start looking at the loopholes that pesa zako zinakuwa wasted, and you start thinking, what can I do to at least work on this? Budgeting. How do I use my money? Do I have a budget? Do I save? Because when you have a budget, then that's when you start saving. Are you saving? Sasa, you're now going to start, I've just decided to narrow down on the financial route, but you can identify from whatever it is, maybe ni sickness. Kama ni homa, am I just freezing and shining? Yeah? Labda ndo maana napata homa, nafaa ku dress warmly or something, yeah? So, you break down to a point of, okay, this is what I can handle, and start working on it. Tusiseme, I'll do this, and you're not working on it. Say it, and start doing it. That is what you can handle. What I can't handle, okay, I can't force my bosses to increase my salary. I can't do this, I can't do that, yeah? And someone said that, saa zingine, once we are budgeting, you even get to realize you're living in a house that you're not supposed to be living in regards to however much money you're getting, yeah? That's when you decide, I'm single. I don't have kids. Why don't I get a smaller house? Nafanya nini na nyumba ya 3 bedrooms and I'm just alone. You know, cut on such expenses and such luxury. Something powerful I had is that if, let me just give a random example. Ukikataa kutembea saa hii, let me use the example tuko tunapewa shule. Ukikataa kukimbia saa hizi, utakimbia in future. Yeah? Wow. That is what we were being told. So it's part of life. Accept, do it right now. If it's hawking, it's doing the small businesses, do them right now, and then you'll build yourself up. In future, you're not going to do it. But now, if you skip that right now, it awaits you in the future. And that's just life. That's just it. So, it's very easy to handle it. And at times, tumesema tunaishikia hapa kwa stress before it gets to get worse. That's why we now get somebody to talk to. Me always say, uwezi kuwa the whole world is against you. Maybe your mom listens to you, or your dad, or your sister, or if you don't trust random people maybe, or you have one trusted person, talk to them. Muambie, mimi niko hapa na sitaki uniambie kitu, nataka tu nisikize. Tell them everything that's going on. Bas, yeah? And you always identify these people in the long run. In the long run. But hakuna kitu unsolvable. Nilianza na kusema, God akikupea shida, anakupea a way out of it. Yeah? Saizi, hauna job, you're not employed, ni sawa. Do you know there is a business you can start with 100 bob? Go buy a pack of snacks, 100 bob. Kuja tuzie mbao, ama 30. Umepata profit double, ama triple. Umepata kai hizo ulikuwa umekopa, umerudishia mwenyewe, na umebaki na capital yako. Like, shida yetu ni, mimi, na nimesoma hadi campus, nianze kufanya hivyo. Ni sawa, kata kufanya saa hii, utahoku ukiwa 60 years.
Wow.
That's just it.
We, nakuja na punchline bwana. Mimi wacha niwahurumie. Please, kindly, wacha nisome tu vitu tunaendelea pale kwa mtandao. Remember it is at Y254, I was going to say at Facebook. Wow. At Y254 on Facebook. And everywhere else, it's still Y254. Andole Junior Jose. Remember the question is, young and hustling, had this stroke inakupata ni life ama ni stres, in commemoration with World Stroke Day, which is today. Andole Junior Jose says, vitu tunakula nowadays na stress pia. Mnakula vitu na stress? Okay. Tola Spice says loneliness. Oh, okay. I want us to unpack that. Then we have Steve Uyoga. People are not taking healthy choices serious. Kukula TV, mboga, fruits, zoezi muhimu. Let's get checked to avoid blocked arteries. Wow. That is very, very enlightened of you to say. So, Juicy, nilikuwa najaribu kuambia something about working out and its direct link to mental health. Just there's something it does to the hormones. The ututu happy, I forget. Ni serotonin, that's a happy, the feel good hormone. These are the things that are excreted, yeah, when you work out some kind of physical activity. Na nilisema si must uende nini membership ya gym ya 1 year. Ni easy tu jamani, hata kama una hiyo time, just walk bana. Movement, your body just needs to move vizuri. Bas, and have a healthy gut. That's it guys, that's it. Yeah, very, very important, very, very important. Ama ufanye ka experiment uniambie wiki tu moja, just walk a little bit more than you usually do and tell me how you feel after. How are you feeling about the correlation between? And again, it doesn't have to be very hard-hitting workouts. Useme, oh my God, mimi msichana sitaki kugain muscles. Ni sawa. Hatukulazimishi kugain muscles. How do you feel about the correlation? Do you move around? Do you work out, essentially?
Personally, I love either walking. Kama kwanza sina haraka, and I can get to a place, I'll just put on my AirPods, listen to soft music, and walk to the place. Not because of anything else, but because do I have all the time to walk? Why not? Because I know there's something I'm doing. Something else I also started doing is dancing. I just lock myself in my room, have headphones, I just dance. And by the end of it, I've moved my muscles, I am not a dancer, by the way.
Ndio hata kidogo tuseme akuje Friday tumweke ngoma.
I am not a dancer.
George, you see we're in the spirit, George. Second thing today we've agreed on without communicating. Huyu hata tudansia.
Mimi ni wale wenye wana dancingi let me say. I woke up one morning, one morning for Hallelujah Challenge. And I danced. Kwa Hallelujah Challenge, people dance.
Brother Chico, tunamjua.
So, I was, you're just dancing in a style that has never existed.
The dance kikamba, that's the only way I can express it in my mind. Ni wakamba tu anafanyanga vitu zingine unashangaa rada.
So, I really felt so nice about that. Sijui wakamba tumeulizwa nini. Anyways, I felt so nice about that. And yes, you dance. Una dance, alafu unajua you're just alone. Nobody's watching, you're very sure. Hakuna. Kwa church, we always, you never know who's looking. Like, there's just a way we can't dance in church. So, that is a space for you to do it. So, we were speaking about exercising, dance, jump. Like, move your body however you want to. See it ni odi dance ama dance gani. You're not following. Mbona umechakol sawa. I don't know.
Tupigie Lizi makofi. Hadi anajua kuodi. Wow.
So like just dance whatever style you can. Hatuangali style, tunaangalia mwili inasonga, mwili ina move. By the time you're through or done with like 20 minutes just dancing, your muscles are really stretched out. So that is what I do personally. So because nilishindwa tu kuamka morning runs. I woke up once and I was like,
your time ya 2020, I don't know why tulikuwa a running nation. Ulikuwa Thika Road imejaa tu watu wanakimbia hadi unashtuka mnenda ama what are you training for? Hata mimi nikae
just do what you can at times. First while you're working on your health, do what, like if you can cut on sugar, do it, yeah? If you can cut on
chapati,
yes, wheat kidogo
Na vile nimekubali na naenda kukula
haiendani.
chapati tu saa hii.
Haiendani, yeah. Like every little thing you can do to just be healthy, go for it. Like it's those small things that matter. 10 squats kidogo per day. It's good. You've moved your body. You're not like somebody who's been laying on bed the whole day. Amwezi fanana. Yeah. And you don't need the equipment. Yeah.
Hata outfit si must uvae outfit ya workout.
You don't.
Kuna
Kwanza when you're
pressure.
doing it in your house, you're free, you have the space. And at times you can watch tutorials or someone who's giving you instructions, maybe from your phone or your TV. That also helps. Yeah, you're doing what they're doing, and that's just it. Yeah.
Aya, mumepatiwa advice. Before we go, as we're wrapping this topic up, and it's Young and Hustling, hadi stroke inakupata ni life ama ni stress, commemorating World Stroke Day. So here we have Tola Spice alisema loneliness and hiyo imeni affect kidogo. Yeah. So is loneliness right up there with stress? Una scare the need. What is loneliness? Unataka companionship. Yes? You're
At some
lacking
point,
intimacy because loneliness sounds like you want intimacy of some sort. So now
At
sometimes
times it comes with you feel like you're unheard and seen, as if such kind of
so
a
you
thing.
can be in the middle of a crowd and still feel lonely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you feel like nobody understands, you're disconnected from everyone, from the world, from what's going on. So that's my definition of loneliness.
Okay. All right. So how do we deal with that? Because amesema issue maybe yake ni loneliness. Not really even the hustling. Maybe Young and Hustling comes very natural to him. So how would we fix this? What pearls of wisdom? Tuna impact maisha ya Tola Spice aje? Ni Tola Spice.
So first you should focus on quality, not the quantity of people around you.
Okay.
Unaweza kuwa there's just one person who's close to you and they really genuinely care about you. Funny, someone texted me yesterday and like stories zake tu zilikuwa zinanibamba. So he was using the anonymous messages and then nikaona amereply ya mtu.
Hold it. Hapo umeassume najua kenye unasema. What is an anonymous message?
An anonymous message is there's an app. If, for example, I want to confess something to Val, I'll just use that app. So the message is going to get to her, but she won't know who I am.
So it's going to show up as a
As
if
a
it's
message,
a WhatsApp, it's going to be a message.
Utaona hiyo message, chat, but haujui from who.
So si must nikuwe na hiyo app.
Wewe.
Okay,
mimi nikiwa na app, I'll just upload the link on my status or wherever.
Okay.
So you'll just click to the link.
Okay.
Ukiklik kwa hiyo link, you can get to write whatever you want to me.
Okay.
I'll get it, but you don't have to have the app, yes. So this guy was replying to somebody kwa the anonymous, and the person was like, you never see me, you don't notice me, nini nini, and I always try to show signs and all that. So I was laughing because this person ananisumbua sana, and I've already set my boundaries and I'm like, sorry, I don't think I'm interested. And there's somebody here mwenye anajituma all ways na they're saying they are unseen in some sort of way. What do I mean? Like, this person is already there available for you. Why don't you appreciate that? You're saying you're lonely, but maybe it's because whoever you're chasing is running away from you, but there's somebody else who's interested in you or who wants to be there for you.
Sijui atakaye. Nimesahau hiyo kitu, sorry, mtanisamehe.
So, like, there is just one person who is always there for you. Me, I already have somebody mwenye. When I want to cry, I'll just call them. Yeah? Nionge, niseme, and they'll just, ni kama they've already mastered a way around it. They'll just listen, and then after I'm done, they're like, okay, now are you ready to listen to what I have to say? Yeah? There's somebody who is there for you. All you need to do is first identify, look around you, okay? In such a situation, who is always there? Who can I talk to? Who can I find? Yes, you're alone, ama you might feel like you're lonely, but imagine there is someone around you. All you need to do, or a way of dealing with that, is speaking out. Me na kuongea. Like, speaking is one therapy that I know works. Yeah? And now, by the way, how do you identify this person? Maybe utauliza, how will I know that this is the person that's there for me? Speak out. Nitakuja niongeleshe Val, nisikie advice amenipea nione, si yeye. Niongeleshe the next person, the third person. In the long run, you're going to identify the person who's always there for you. Saizi kuna mtu najua, kama ni story na job, ama finances, ama stress ka hizo nitambia huyu. Kani story na relationships ama whatever it is nitambia huyu, because I already know this person, when it comes to this, one, they are knowledgeable, two, they kind of understand me from that perspective, yeah? So speak to somebody, find someone, identify somebody who is willing to listen to you, because pia utakuja kuniletea stories zako na hata siko huko, like I'm not even interested, yeah? Also, you don't need anybody to come Macho to pay Val time acheke kwanza, lakini that is true. That is very true. You don't need anyone to come fill your gap or your void. Right now that you're feeling like you're lonely or anything, start working on yourself. Where am I lacking? Somebody asked, before you start getting yourself into a relationship, first look, can I date myself? Yeah?
Wow.
What would I want that I am yet to do? If you want somebody who works out, are you working out yourself? If you want somebody who prays, are you praying? Yeah? Whatever it is you want, are you working towards it? Or are you doing something in regards to that? So your time when you feel you're lonely, maybe you can invest on your own growth. Read books. Write if you do write. Yeah? Learn a skill. Anza kucheza guitar. I don't know what you love doing. Just identify something that you feel you love doing and start working on yourself. And you'll realize, iyo time when ulikuwa unakaa tu chini, una realize, oh, I am lonely, ishakuwa occupied. Na self-growth. Ishakuwa occupied na the things that you're doing for yourself, yeah?
G-like.
That's the state.
Tutaanza kumuita Auntie Liz. Auntie Liz with the advice. Remember, it's at Y254 on Facebook, Y254 channel on X, hashtag of the day is Empowerment Cafe or Y in the morning. So we're just concluding the Y interactive segment, and the question has been, strokes are hitting younger people too now. What is really going on? So basically, to discuss vitu mingi, one of them being lifestyle, yeah, how you eat, how you move, etc., how to unpack the stresses that come in this life, in this thing we are calling life, yeah. So I'd really like to encourage you, anyone under the sound of my voice who's thinking they've had enough, wait, bana, usiende, usijitume mali ujatumwa, just hold it. It gets better. Wait to see how it ends. Because no one is making it alive. See whatever it is. Hakuna mtu anabaki. Usiende. Just wait for it. It works out. Yeah. Well, it's the darkest hours before dawn, right? Why are you going before dawn?
That's when you realize, oh, so it wasn't all dark.
You know?
Light was coming.
And sometimes the problem is bigger in your head than in actual sense because of the way unainini. Usifanye nianze kukumotivate pia mimi. Anyway, at Y254 on Facebook, Y254 channel on X, hashtag of the day is Y in the morning. What Empowerment Cafe? Liz, do you want to tell us something about what's going on? Ama tutulie tu. Amenipatia side eye. Yeah, your side ingine hata si mimi anaangalia tu side eye, anaangalia side eye ingine. I don't know which one is more disrespectful right now, but okay. Lizzie, take the floor.
She's read what I didn't write.
Tumalizie tu bas.
She has read what I didn't write. Lakini, it's holiday, yeah? And there's a lot that happens during holidays. So I guess we are going to be discussing or diving into wewe mzazi unashinda huyu mtoto ananichokesha. Sasa 2 months bana. Anafanya nini hapa?
Wow.
There are things that we have in store for you and places and platforms we're going to show you where you can take your kids to, because yes, they need to grow, we love them, lakini saa zingine you need time with your hubby, I don't know, yeah? So we got you. This is why in the morning, I am Eliza Kimani. Stay tuned, we are coming back with more.